website.
Yeah, as we talk. Oh my god. All right. I think I started the recording already. Yeah. Oh. Hello, welcome to the ADLR Podcast, episode 14. Here with Randall Verde. Say something, Randall.
Hola.
Okay, I don't know why you had to sound like that. And Brian, my brother.
What did you just say?
I don't know. He said hola, but he sounded like he was in the middle.
Mexican.
Yeah, that was okay. If you want to support the stream, go to patreon.com/ADLRplays. Throw a couple mucks my way, and you'll get the audio podcast early. You got all the videos early, the let's plays, the podcast video, everything early. You get it early, Randall. It's like early access. You like early access, Randall?
Sure.
All right. If you don't want to pay, you can just watch it live as we record it. Tuesdays at 8 p.m. Twitch.tv/ADLR. If you can't make it, you got shit to do on Tuesdays at 8 p.m. You can watch it later in the week for free on youtube.com/ADLRplays. And I think that's everything. What you smiling about, Randall?
Because you said if you have something else to do, I can hit Brian clicking.
Yeah. If you got websites to make in the middle of a podcast, you know.
Can I talk about anything that pertains to me, so?
Clickety click, dude. Oh my god. How was your guys' week?
It's only Tuesday.
Brian, from the last time we fucking recorded.
Oh, what
Jesus
did I do?
Christ. And I said it's only Tuesday.
I played Spider-Man, so that was...
Yep. We all actually got it. I mean, Randall played only a little, like what, the first mission?
Yeah.
Yeah, we all played a bit of Spider-Man at different lengths. We'll talk about that later. Anything else? What about you, Randall? You got yourself some memory.
Yeah, as of 5 minutes ago. Hopefully it works. What else did I do? Oh, I finally finished Brian's logo.
Oh shit! For the fucking, want me to put that up on the stream, Brian, or nah? They ain't ready yet.
It has like 3 sentences at most for a
All
website.
I'm gonna show him as a logo, Brian.
Jesus Christ.
Let's show him the fucking. Fucking, let's get it, dude.
The dongle logo.
The dongle logo, dude. Oh, hold on. Bam, dude. Let's hit it. We official now. We out here.
This bad thing about having the free version of WordPress, where it says like the filler name at the bottom, I can't change that font.
Down here on the bottom, where it says De La Rosa Sounds?
Yeah.
Oh my god.
Unless I'm an idiot, I didn't see a way to change that.
Yeah, I'm gonna make you a site. We're just gonna have to put our heads together and I'll make you something. I'll host it on my server. Because this is no. I'm sorry, WordPress, you're not sponsoring this episode, so fuck off.
Dang. Yeah, so I did that. I'm gonna keep it 100. I wasn't feeling it, but I added some stuff to it, so it's.
You don't feel it now? Like this right here, you did more. You changed it after this?
No, before I did it, I
Okay.
wasn't feeling it, but I added some stuff to it per request of your brother.
Mm-hmm.
And now
he's on the. You could say Brian. He's in the podcast.
I was trying to be smart.
Okay.
How's that smart?
Because he kept like, he's sitting next to me. I don't know. Is this part of the podcast?
Yeah, this is all part of the podcast.
So I'm sitting there. He's sitting next to me, and I'm like making all these changes, and I'm like looking for some sort of confirmation as to, okay, yeah, this is what I want. He's like,
like the guy from Office Space?
Yeah, like, I don't know what it is. And then go ahead.
That's literally how I make stuff. It takes me... I'll sit on something for like a week and then come back to it and just find something I don't like and keep working on it like that. So if it was up to me, I still would have been working on it.
Yeah, I was sitting there like waiting for some... But anyway, long story short, he said he liked it a lot.
Yeah.
So there's other versions of it. Well, I mean, it's the same design, but it has different colors. But
I still have to put it on my stream.
I mean, it looks good. So, I mean, nice.
I get a very Borderlands feel from it.
Yeah, because they're cell shading. Because of the thick comic book like lines on the edges. Yeah. Don't talk about Borderlands, man. I miss Borderlands. All right, we're waiting for 3. Come on, Randy.
Have they announced it?
No, they have. I mean, they have that they're working on it, but that we haven't seen any in-game footage besides some like Unreal Engine tech demo they showed. I just need to see Randy hit the stage at some fucking event and be like, I know what you guys are waiting for. And I'm like, I know you know what I'm waiting for. And then he's like, Borderlands 3 and walks away. And then he shows us gameplay trailer. And then I'm just weeping over my keyboard. Which means I have to buy a new keyboard.
Gameplay, dude. I just need to say, hey, this is when it comes out, and then he walks off.
Oh, I need to see gameplay. What if it's a card game? Like, I'm not going to play that.
I'm still fine with it.
No. I'll be like, no, you fucked us. Fuck that. Let's get the news out of the way real quick.
What did you do? I mean,
what did I do? Let's see. Since last we recorded, played some Spider-Man. Played some fucking... Let me go through my list. I had it right now. Well, we played Guacamelee 2.
Y'all did?
Yeah. We streamed it. That's the day you came like super late from wherever the hell you were. I'm not going to ask you. I'm not your daddy. There was one day last week...
I thought we were playing it. All 3 of us was playing it.
Well, Randall, I was playing the next day and you weren't here.
You could have told me, like, I'm going to play it tomorrow.
Uh-huh.
You also never gave him an answer when he asked the day before.
What are you talking about?
Do what you normally do. We've asked prior to us streaming it, and he asks you, and like always, you ask a question that has nothing to do with it, and then you move on without giving a yes or a no.
Was that on the podcast as well? Because I think I was on the podcast when I asked him.
I don't know.
It's recorded, Randall.
I think that's when I might have asked you if you want to do a run through.
Like a speed run? I'm not gonna do a speed run.
What? No, not a speed run, but like if you were gonna just play straight through.
Oh.
I mean, I don't know how long the game is. So.
I mean, so far.
But I was gonna play.
I mean, you can still play. We're not done with it.
Someone can come in the middle of the game.
Yeah, man. It's drop in, drop out.
I swear, she be scaring the crap out of me, man. Because I'm like, it's only 2 people in this house.
Yeah.
Yeah, I was like, what the fuck is that voice?
That's what I'm saying. Like, it's nothing we just said sounded like her name. So I don't know why she's just like, hey, you know what? It's time to peep in to see what the fucking dudes are doing.
She's feeling neglected.
I feel like she's starting to become self-aware.
I hope so, Randall. That's one step closer to my fucking beloved future that I want. All right?
I don't want to be here when that happens.
You're gonna be here, unless you're gonna go to Mars. Cowboy Bebop star.
Yeah.
God, the future's so good. What was I saying? Yeah, Guacamelee. I mean, we only played like, what, an hour and a half? Played some Dendara, because that's part of the Xbox Game Pass. Hashtag not sponsored, but would like to be. Talk about that as well later. And then I played exactly 1 match of Battlefield 5 Open Beta. I literally went through war, Randall.
I can't really get into those games, man. I feel like they're extremely repetitive. I know a lot of people could say, well, fighting games are repetitive too, blah, blah, blah. But I don't know. It's literally like load game.
Randall, games are...
Load your gun.
Okay.
Run out, get shot, die, respawn, get back up, run up the stairs, get shot, die, respawn, run underneath a bridge, get blown up, die, respawn. It's like, that's literally how it is.
Randall, well, every game has loops because it's built on loops.
Well, their loops are like 5 seconds.
That's because that's how I play. Yeah. That's because how I play. You can't just oversimplify everything, Randall. Spawn, die. I can tell you. Want me to oversimplify fighting games for you?
No. Yeah, there was one time I watched you play and I counted seconds before you died.
Because I'm terrible, Randall.
Okay.
I am ass shit at fucking games.
He's not just ass. He's ass shit.
I'm ass shit. Not donkey shit, just ass shit.
He's not even shit ass, because that'd be like redeemable. He's ass shit.
That's why I die all the time, because I'm just sitting there just turning my brain off, man, just hitting buttons, seeing fucking flashy things on screen. I'm just enjoying the view, man. You know what I had to look at in GoldenEye? Fucking triangles. Literally triangles. Now I get to see actually people that look like people.
Oh.
So I don't care if I'm out there dying. I get to see my dumb body. Hey, help me.
Bleeding out.
Yeah. You know what I'm saying? Finished Better Call Saul, Season 1. Shit is choice, if that makes any sense. And then we'll have releases later. This is gonna be like the shortest fucking episode. And that's all I did, man. Play some games, man. Just hang out. I love it. And I heard I Love It by Kanye West and Lil Pump. My God, that video made me laugh.
Is that the box?
Yeah, dude.
Oh, Lord.
The instrumental of that song I fucking love, and then the fucking video is just so funny to me.
I don't
hate how
understand
catchy that song is.
Yeah,
I don't understand how Kanye can get away with some of the stuff he says when he's married.
Because she knows it's an art form. Like, it's just music, man. He just wrote down whatever, or if not, you might be talking about something else. You know what I'm saying? It's just fun. It was just a funny video. That made me laugh the entire time. Especially like Kanye West's face.
It reminded me of like a Busta Rhymes type style video.
I agree. That definitely had that kind of vibe. I love it. Alright. What was I gonna say? I just fucking run through this news thing. First story is Fallout 76 gets a little bit more details on the single player. The game's main quest storyline will revolve around the mysterious disappearance of Vault 76's overseer, which is like the head honcho of each vault. In Fallout 4, you had one. Not Fallout 4. Fallout 3, it was your childhood friend's dad, I think, was the overseer, and you just bodied that kid on your way out. Or no, you could choose whether to kill him, right?
Yeah, you didn't have to kill him if you can hack your way out, I think.
Yeah, that's what that was. Okay, so she left the vault before everybody, leaving behind secret instructions for the player who receives a transmission from her upon leaving the vault. The transmission and the instructions left behind will drive the player through the game's main storyline, which will end with the player gaining access to the game's nukes. So that's how you get the nukes, apparently. You have to earn the right to use these nukes by playing through the game's main quest, which is described as, quote, a lengthy, multi-part story that takes players across West Virginia, end quote, and will require a high level to complete. So you can't just load up the game and start bombing kids. Which I think is that's pretty good, because you don't want to load up Fallout 76 and you're like, oh, what's this? A gun, and then die. Because someone dropped a fucking nuke on you. And TGS is going on this week. It's been a bunch of fucking trailers. I don't even know if there's any release dates besides Dead or Alive 6 that was given a release date. But I could be wrong. Sony had their pre-TGS conference, I think it was, showing off a bunch of shit. Kingdom Hearts 3 Baymax trailer, showing Baymax off in the game. Can they just please stop showing Kingdom Hearts 3 and release Kingdom Hearts 3?
I always forget if that's this year or next year.
Let's look it up. Kingdom Hearts 3 release date. January 25th, 2019.
This year.
Is what they're saying. That's not so far away, actually. So why the hell are we still giving me a bunch of fucking trailers of what's in it? Just let me just release it. And alongside that,
they finished it.
I guess. Alongside the Baymax trailer, they released a VR trailer, which is like an experience. You walk around and just see shit in VR. That's related to Kingdom Hearts, if I'm not mistaken. Yeah, you can swing at fucking Heartlesses, I guess. It's just not another. Who cares? Like, I can't say how. I just can't with the VR stuff. I've yet to see a VR game that I'm like, I need to buy a VR to play.
Did you see the Batman game?
What Batman game? Please don't tell me the detective thing you're talking about.
Don't tell me you're talking about the one where you play as Batman. And you just walk around doing Batman stuff.
You talking about the one that came out with the VR game, with the VR's
I
headset,
think it was called Batman VR.
Arkham VR?
Arkham VR.
Yeah, no, Randall.
You didn't like that?
No, I didn't care for any of that.
Really?
Look, watch this, Randall. I'm gonna show
I
you.
played it. I know.
Oh, you played it?
Yes.
How often did you punch things? That's not the appropriate answer.
You use mostly gadgets, like the batarang and zip line.
So you experienced your family dying?
It was cool, man. I thought it was cool.
Nah, I'm good.
Problem.
Nah.
I mean, but I'm a huge Batman fan, so.
Then read the comics, Randall. All right? No,
Yeah,
don't fucking
Yeah.
that's not something to buy a VR headset for.
Fucking guy.
I wasn't even trying to sell a VR headset. I was just saying, like, the whole setup was pretty cool.
Okay.
He said you don't even read. That's what he said.
You say that I don't read? Is that what you said?
He
said- you said he doesn't read.
Oh. Gabby in the chat said this shit is super laggy and I don't even know what you're talking about half the time. It might be lagging because your internet speed?
Yeah, because mine's not lagging at all for me.
I'm good on my end, so it's either Twitch or her internet, webs, whatever. They're re-releasing Crystal Chronicles, the Final Fantasy game. I think it released on GameCube. It's a 4-player co-op Final Fantasy game. Remastered. What systems? Hold on.
This was made by Square.
Yeah, a long time ago.
Oh.
This is it's a remaster. Let me see. Coming 2019. Doesn't have a platform. Or on the trailer it didn't, but Javi says PS4 and Switch. Awesome. That's actually pretty good. PS4 only. That's weird. But Switch would probably be a good place to play the game, especially you can just take it on the go. Astrobot Rescue Mission. This is something I'd play, Randall. Not because it's VR, because it looks like you can play with VR, but it's a platformer. So you run around like Mario, your little robot. You just do cute fucking things. Jump.
That's fucking adorable.
Yeah, like it's just.
He just laser out his hands to jump.
Yeah, he's fucking Iron Man, dude. And then he just hit him with a lariat. Like, come on, Randall. This is how you sell VR, dude.
Wiggler.
Not really. This is not how you would sell VR, but I hope you can play this without
VR.
Without VR.
How does the VR work exactly?
You're just the camera.
First person?
Yeah, you're just then you just move your head around.
What, you think so?
Yeah, that's what's happening. Like you can see the camera shake a bit because that's the camera. See how it's a little still shaky because it's the headset capturing the movement.
This feels like you don't even need VR whatsoever.
Exactly. Which again proves my point. Why VR, people?
Cause I guess it's a subjective thing. I like it, just like I like VR. Not VR, but 3D movies.
Mm-hmm. This is cool part. They use the controller to throw like shurikens, and then you can use it as platforming, which is a good part. They got Mecha Donkey Kong. And then Javi in chat says to be an anime girl in VR chat. No, that doesn't. No.
What is going on?
Oh shit, he nutted on you, so.
See, I was waiting for that.
Yep.
You're waiting for somebody to nut on you? You're fucking perfect.
Wow! Oh my god!
You heard it here first. Clip it.
God.
Send it to the press.
To the press?
You heard me?
Yeah.
Man, this game got some hard shadows.
Yeah, and you gotta also keep in mind the compression in the video.
What is this?
This is Judge Eyes or Project Judge, made from the people who made Yakuza series.
Okay.
So they're
That's
doing
why I
their own.
asked.
They're doing their own thing. You play, I think, as a detective. Is that what it is? And you try to solve. I think you solve murders or homicides or I don't know exactly, but If it's anything like
Phoenix Wright, but for Yakuza.
No, this dude knows martial arts.
I thought Phoenix Wright was he was a
He's
lawyer.
a lawyer.
Yeah, but he still goes around finding evidence and stuff for some reason.
Well, this guy punches his way to the evidence, I think.
Yeah.
Okay, good.
Javi says Yakuza LA Noir. You're saying the right things to me, Javi. I don't know what she's saying, but it looks like she just yelled at him like, "I'm trying to talk on the phone!"
She said, "New phone, who this?"
Okay. But it's pretty much a bunch of, I guess I can move on to him punching the shit out of people, or no? Is there... It doesn't show any...
This isn't the one that I saw. I saw a different one where, like, they showed actual in-game play with him running around beating the crap out of everybody.
Oh, because this is the trailer they showed at Sony's pre-TGS. I'm sure they've released their own.
Yeah, there was a
later
different
on
one where like they show you taking pictures of somebody, like trying to catch them doing something bad.
Uh-huh.
And you, depending on how you take the picture, would determine like how successful you were. Like the example they gave, I guess this guy was cheating on his wife or something like that because it was him and this lady going into a hotel. So it was like 3 different shots and it showed 3 different like tiers as to how good you took the picture. One of them was just them walking, but their backs are to the camera. So it's like, okay,
that could be anybody, yeah.
But if you time it just right where he like turns his face and you can see his face and they're going into the hotel, then that's like ideal. Like catching him.
So you're basically playing Yakuza Jessica Jones?
Pretty much.
I like everything you're saying to me, Randall.
Speaking of games that are like this, I don't know if it's actually like this, but Detroit's on sale for $36.
Oh, that's right. I saw that.
I wanted to play that game.
Yeah, same here, but I don't know if it's $30 worth it. Like, I don't know if it's worth $30 though.
I was gonna maybe wait until it's like 20 or lower.
Yeah, same here.
Is it all detective work?
Pretty much. But you play as 3 different.
If you play as multiple people.
Yeah.
So one's a detective and the one I don't know what the other 2 are.
One of them is like not like a house, like a nanny.
Really?
Don't you remember that cutscene or the trailer that it was the one of the androids or whatever the hell they are was with a little girl and the dad's like abusive and stuff.
Oh yeah.
Well, you play as her, the detective guy, and then one more guy. I don't know who the other person is.
I think it's a black kid.
Oh, it was?
I think. I'm not sure. I didn't see anything but the announcement thing and the release date, so.
Got it. Dead or Alive 6 gets a release date during the TGS. Release date is going to be February 15, 2019. Seems like a lot of games are just shooting for early, like the early parts of the year. Ever since the fall has become quite the crowded area for AAA games. It'll be out for PS4, Xbox One, PC, and PC on Steam. Confirmed characters so far, from what I gathered, is Li Fang, Hitomi, Helena Douglas, Hayate, Ryu Hayabusa, Zack, Kasumi, and Jan Lee. Who is Jan Lee?
There's more. Jan Lee's the Bruce Lee guy.
Okay. Is there still
That's
more?
My guy. There's still more. They're not returning, but I think they're returning. It's like Nia Tengu or something like that, and Alpha 4, Alpha 5, something like that.
Oh, okay. I didn't see him on the list. All right. You good, Randall? What you doing?
Yeah.
Okay.
Kind of rub one out.
All right.
Okay.
Yep. Space Runner.
I never liked that a lot because the fighting mechanics seem so floaty.
I mean, we played Dead or Alive 4 because I think because when I got the Xbox 360 near launch, there wasn't a lot of games to fucking play. So we saw that and like, I guess we'll give it a shot. And then we got it. I think we rented it and then someone bought it for us later.
No, someone just bought it for us.
Okay. And then I that's when I first came in contact with rage quitting.
It was fun, but if you did arcade mode and you saw a blue water-like person at the end, just get out all your problems right there.
This right here.
It's
Alpha
like
152.
This bitch right here.
Virtua Fighter had the same type of boss at the end.
This fucking character, I swear, was reading your inputs. no human being alive should be able to react the way they did. This fucking AI did. It was fucking stupid.
Watch this video be a one shot, like a one try.
I'm pretty sure it would be.
Oh, she could. I was about to say she could teleport.
Yeah.
Oh, they're not actually gonna fight. It's just a cutscene. Well, that character is just a horse shit.
I think she was playable in DOA 5, and I think she's returning in 6.
Nice. Yeah, I don't want anything to do with her.
Samurai.
But fucking, they also announced. Oh, Anthony, full screen. Samurai Spirit.
I didn't watch the trailer yet, so I'm looking at your stream.
This shit looks fucking dope.
Why'd they change the name?
I didn't look into that, but it did remind. I did want to do that. Go ahead, Brian.
Yeah, they said that it's either a reboot or they're just continuing off and then like having another big number at the end of it.
I can respect that. I can just move ahead to. Oh, it's already happening. It looks really good.
It looked like Capcom made it.
Yeah, it does. Visually, anyway,
Yeah,
like the same art style.
Looks like if Street Fighter 5 looked gorgeous.
It does have a more cel shaded look
It
to
looks
it.
more like 4.
No.
Yeah, it does.
No.
You don't think so?
4 was heavily like ink effects and bullshit. If anything, this looks like a mix between KOF and Street Fighter 5, but well done.
Yeah, it looks really cool. But made with Unreal, I think it said. Yeah, 2019. I don't know if it said. I'm just gonna keep waiting, I guess, see if this announces anything else. Yeah, that's only info that this trailer has. 2019, built with Unreal, and it looks cool.
There's too many fighting games coming out now, and they're not free.
I thought that was really cool trailer. And the next fucking cool trailer was I can never pronounce this fucking game. Sekiro Shadows Die Twice. Man, this game looks like fantastic.
I'm not buying it.
What?
It's a From Software
I don't like
game.
their games.
Yeah,
I want to try it, but I'm not going to spend money on it.
Every time I see this,
somebody else to buy it.
Having the chat says I just say Shadows Die Twice, but I gotta know all of it, dude. Activision publishing it, which is. Oh, did they publish the previous ones?
I don't know.
But yeah, this game just looks cool, man.
It reminds me of Tenchu.
I think they said in an interview during TGS that it's heavily inspired, or like they're heavily using that. Not their assets, but their inspirations from Tenchu, since I think they did make Tenchu, so.
There's only one samurai game I'm waiting for.
Samurai Spirits?
You know what I'm talking about.
Oh, Ghost of Tsushima.
Yes.
I think this is not a samurai game though. This is like a. I think it's supposed to be ninja. Well, not ninja.
That's what
He's a
ninjas
samurai.
are, samurais.
I thought they were different a different
they're
breed.
Separate things.
Yeah, I was going to say they are separate things.
Well, in real life, ninjas are samurai.
But samurai are not
they
ninja?
said that ninjas would just go in and kill you and then kill themselves. They weren't anything samurai related. They'd dislocate their body to get into tough spots, like to wait for their assassination mark, and then you kill them and then usually blow themselves up.
That wasn't always the case, though. But
that's how it originated.
The ones that turned into ninjas were samurai.
So as I was saying, a samurai becomes a ninja, but a ninja doesn't become a samurai.
Correct.
That's how the relationship
But you
goes there.
You don't become a ninja. You're usually a samurai first, and then you become a ninja.
That's what I'm saying. The hierarchy is, or like, the career path is that's badass.
He's like walking on a thin
on strings, like on like the thing that will cut you. Yeah, this looks dope. The environments look fantastic. It's just I know me playing this, it's just gonna trigger me as quickly as possible, and I just can't. I wish there was like a baby mode for me. You know what I'm saying?
I know how poorly designed these games are, so it looks cool, but I'm like, I know I'm not gonna. I know this isn't worth my $60 because I'm just gonna throw the disc into the air and say, someone gives me a shotgun and I'm gonna shoot the disc.
So the trailer ends with release date and platforms. So it's March 22nd, 2019 on PS4, Xbox One, and Steam. Lit.
What's the release date?
March 22nd. I'm surprised Ghost of Tsushima didn't have a trailer this year at Tokyo Game Show. So this is a trailer called Monkey King Hero is Back. This looks like it's all pre-rendered, so I'm not sure what gameplay looks like. Javi in the chat is saying apparently a ninja is just a covert agent that were deemed dishonorable and beneath samurais. Jesus.
Yeah, because I don't remember them being samurais. They didn't use a sword or anything like that. They used a dagger or a kunai, and then once they're done with their job, they're done.
But yeah, this looks like it's you play as either a heavily inspired character from what is it, Wukong, the monkey god, or the monkey? What is it, Monkey King? I guess that's why it's called Monkey King.
Yeah, Son Wukong's the Monkey King, right?
So I don't know if you're playing as said person or this is just heavily based on that mythology. But I mean, yeah, it looks like another heavily animated game here. Looks cool.
Yeah.
PlayStation. Oh shit, I forgot to switch it. No, there's no release date on that. Just basically, I don't know if it was pre-rendered or not. It looks like it was pre-rendered. What's next? Left Alive. I forgot who's developing this. I guess I'll find out. But it's a trailer pretty much just sets up the story, apparently. It's a game about fucking, yep, it's in the future, and there's like a bunch of mechs and shit, and there's people shooting, and it just looks cool.
Wesker.
Yeah. Oh, this is the one with.
Shit, that does look like him.
Yeah, it does look like Wesker. This is the game that has the concept artist from Metal Gear. Not the concept artist. It had like, hold on, let me look it up before I start talking that bullshit. You know what I'm saying? Left Alive art. Yeah. The artist who
Art
does
design?
Yeah, the art. I guess it's the art design. Yoji Shinkawa from Square. Or is it from Square? No. I guess he's doing some of the art for it because it's very Metal Gear-esque.
Yeah,
Think
it's
I'll show it after
Metal
the
Gear
trailer.
and anime at the same time.
Yeah, it does. I mean, I'm all about this. Once I see some gameplay, man, especially if there's mechs.
I'm a member of Stars.
I'm a member of Stars.
I don't really understand what's happening besides guy's angry, pulls a gun out, and there's a mech. So they had me at the mech part of it. We just have to see what happens with the mech.
Hold on, let me go back a bit. Right here, character design this is the guy, Yoji Shinkawa. Shinkawa? Whatever, I don't know how to pronounce it. I'm sorry if I butchered your name. With the release date, February 28th, 2019 on PS4 and Steam. We're out here, dude. Oh no, Anthony, you're doing it wrong. Bam. Oh, I was going to show him the picture.
What picture?
Hold on. For the video. People watching the video. Open up in a new tab. Where is it?
Up. Down.
There it is. God, I'm blind. Okay. Gabbing the chest is a bunch of Mexes, like Mexicans in the future. I'm sure there's Mexicans in the future. I don't see them being eradicated before like 21, 27 or whatever the year was. So yeah, they're going to be in there.
Speaking
I
of,
think that's the first sentence of the story. It's like when the Mexicans were eradicated. This is their story.
Yeah.
have you ever played what was the one that was based on writing?
That was based on Ryan?
Revengeance.
Oh, Revengeance.
Metal Gear Rising.
Oh, I'm sorry. Yeah, right.
Metal Gear Rising.
That's right. That was supposed to be.
You
I
ever
wanted
played
to
that
try it.
No,
but
I never played it,
got
but
to.
yeah.
Well, it was this guy named, what was his name? Jetstream Sam. I think he was Mexican.
Jetstream Sam.
I think he's like the last boss or something like that.
He looks like, what's his name from 4? He looks like Vamp.
That dude was nasty, man. Oh my goodness.
This guy looks like a
Yo,
Hispanic Vamp. Ernest Vamp was Hispanic. I gotta remember.
Yo, he was okay. So in the beginning of the game, when you had your first run-in with him, him and Wright are fighting on top of a moving train.
Okay.
First of all, let me tell you, his sheath had a trigger. So instead of the whole katana samurai thing is based on one broad stroke, like killing stroke. Well, instead of like a regular samurai going like this, he would pull a trigger and the sword would shoot out of the sheath and he would catch it. So it was this one part where like they're fighting and he's just digging in Ryan's junk. Ryan goes to attack him. He's coming down with the sword. This is how good this dude was. While he's coming down with the sword mid-strike, he puts the sword back in the sheath and waits for the last second, pulls the trigger. The sword shoots out of the sheath. He grabs it and cuts Ryan's entire arm off.
Oh my god.
Yo, the jump was... That dude is bad, man.
Did he pick up his arm for him and give it back?
No. Why would you?
Oh.
And then you find out... And then you find out at the end that he had no enhancements.
So that's just armor he's wearing?
It's just armor. He was just that good.
God damn, that's dope.
Sounds like he's trash.
Yeah, okay. What is this? Project, what was it? Wrote it down. Prelude Ruin. Oh, this is just like a typical Square Enix RPG. This is definitely not for me. It looks magical and colorful and stuff, but
The art in the trailer reminds me of the Prince of Persia, the one that came out after.
yeah, the
cel shaded one.
yeah, the cel shaded, the reboot or whatever it was.
That one slapped low key.
I just like the visual style. The gameplay was like, it got very repetitive for me. Because it's like, oh, just fight one-on-one and hit these. I don't know. I just didn't care for it. I just like how it visually looked. Not much information on this besides I'm running and then the camera catches up to him. Go ahead, Brian. What were you going to say?
Bad joke.
We got fucking Kelsey's Bahama Mama, dude. The Last Remnant remastered, dude.
Do we have to show this?
Yes, dude. Because, I mean, isn't this the game?
Kelsey favorite?
He's been playing Last Remnant for who knows how long.
So years.
I sent it to him, and he was like, I sent it to him, like, who asked for this? And then he was like, gosh, that game was terrible, haha. And he said something else, but I don't care enough to remember what he said after that.
It comes out this year on PS4. December 6th. Who wanted this?
Who was sitting in the crowd and saw Last Remnant, and they just, like, started slapping everybody around them out of hype.
Nobody. Who asked for that?
Falk. That's who did.
They announced a new Tales game, which I know that'll probably sell a lot, because people care about Tales games.
Oh!
I still want to try one of these games.
What happened, Randall?
Is this that game?
Which game are you talking about?
That game. Is that Gohan?
It looks like... I mean, at this point, all the anime do look like Gohan, dude.
Oh, man, I can't remember the name of it, though.
What game is it? I just reached the end of the trailer list. I'm sure more stuff was released,
What was it called?
I couldn't keep up with.
I think if Bryant hasn't seen this, he's gonna love this game.
I don't like anything.
Oh, just give me 1 second.
Kevin says Kelsey's been playing that game for as long as he's been telling the Lentis story. Oh my god. Well, I guess for the people who don't know. So what happened? We were drinking one night and Kelsey got hammered, right? And he just fell asleep? Or he probably wasn't hammered, he just fell asleep. Brian, fact check me here.
Oh, you're asking me?
Yeah.
No. Yeah, you're right.
Okay, so then he wakes up, and then I think my aunt was there too. So he wakes up and with speaking Spanish, like as if he was speaking Spanish for the last 7 years, no problem. Ask my aunt where his glasses are, which would translate to "Dónde están mis lentes?" And then that's basically the story he keeps saying. Not keep saying, but he's been telling that story. Because he didn't always say it. Like, I don't go to his stream and I'm like, hey, man, and he just starts telling me the story.
If you mention it, he'll tell you the story to you as if you weren't there in your apartment that you lived in.
It's called Project Awakening.
Project Awakening?
Mm-hmm.
That's how you spell projects. Well, I don't know. I'm about to play it, bro. You ain't gotta fucking do it. Holy shit.
Stream. What is this? Alright, I closed my tab because yours is so much more important.
From Psy Games. Okay.
You gonna pull it up or what?
You need to play the trailer, man.
Can you relax, Brian? Thank you.
He tells me he's gonna pull it up, and I close my tab, and he still hasn't put his up.
From Psy Games. What is Psy Games then? While they're watching that,
they do card games, mobile card games. I think they did Shadowverse, something like that.
Yeah, Shadowverse is definitely on this list. Games developed, a lot of mobile and web browser. Super Sentai Heroes? What the fuck is that? Japan. They're all Japanese game.
Right, so
yeah, all their mobile games are Japanese games.
Okay. He got the tool out.
He got the tool out? Okay.
Oh shit, is that a dragon or just a really big lizard?
It's a dragon.
That's not a dragon. That's not a dragon.
That's not a dragon. Oh, this is gameplay now. Okay. I thought that was, what's his name from Game of Thrones?
One-handed guy?
Yeah. What the fuck is his name?
Jaime Lannister.
Jaime Lannister, yeah. I thought that's what that was at first. I'm like, holy shit, I didn't know he was in this game.
Is there actual story to this? Is it just him fighting that? Oh my god, is he telling me I want to see this because it becomes my pet? Yeah, relax, Anthony.
I didn't do anything, Brian. Alright? In terms of consoles, they only released... But this game is going to be their 5th game. And they have no release date or anything. It's going to be on PlayStation 4.
Okay, so what the fuck is all that? I don't understand what happened in this entire trailer. What happened to the dragon thing?
He fought him, and then there was blood, and
I
then...
think he killed it. That's why they showed the blood.
Did they just replay it again?
Is there more to the trailer?
Oh, there's more.
Oh.
Looks like there's more.
Is it a squid?
I don't know what that is. Oh, it's a person.
This I haven't seen.
It looks like it's a person just coming from the skies.
It's Master Chef.
What the heck?
You said it's a Master Chief?
I said Master Chef.
But yeah, these guys only made 5 games. I guess the latest one is the
Do you see that thing that's flying?
Yeah.
Yeah, it's Rayquaza.
Alright. The latest thing that they released is the Zone of the Enders Mars VR thing that came out like a week ago. Quite literally a week from today.
If there's a story for that game, I want to take a look. If not, then I don't give a shit because it just looks like Monster Hunter.
I think that's it. Unless you guys have other trailers that came out for TGS.
This game I heard of called Project Awakening. If you want to take a look at that.
All right, I'll go ahead and load that video up, Brian. Fuck out of here. Hold on, let me see if I can fix my my air conditioner decided to come online, so hopefully you guys can still hear us.
Let me see.
I hope so. So it's a bunch of fucking noise.
No, I can hear you fine.
Okay.
Make it sound like it's just a bunch of like loud moaning and auto-tune or something.
I mean, it is. You didn't hear it? Alright. Let's go to what we consumed. Raina, what did you consume this week? This list is just, mine's and Brian's. I should probably add you to this.
Spider-Man.
You played a little bit of Spider-Man? I guess we can go into Spider-Man.
I played some more God of War, but that was just dude, I was doing my school time.
I don't know what that is yet. It's the one on the side one, right?
Yeah.
Yeah.
Where you have to do these ridiculous challenges.
Well, I mean, it's ridiculous for you because you chose that hell.
I think even Brian said that they're ridiculous on me.
Oh.
Yeah, some of them are stupid. There's one you can't get hit and you have to kill 20 enemies or more than that. I don't remember how many.
You can't get hit?
Yeah, so I was just zoning them.
That's whack. And do they drop the Hadouken guys, or?
Yeah, there's also people who shoot projectiles.
That's fucking
Oh,
terrible.
that's wonderful.
That's stupid. Okay. I guess we can start to talk about Speederman, since we all talked about Speederman, or played Speederman. Brian, did you keep playing?
Yeah.
He beat it.
Oh, you finished it?
No, I didn't.
Oh, I'm like, shit. I thought you said you were going to do the side
surprised
stuff.
he did.
I've been doing the side stuff, so apparently after I did 2 more missions that you did their main mission, and then just all the side stuff, so I'm at like 40 something to 50% of the game done.
Because a lot of it's collecting and stuff.
Yeah.
Alright. So that's how far you got. I've been literally just beelining the main story. I've got like 1 or 2 towers because they were like on the way. Let's start with how this fucking game feels. And let's get out. You've heard it like 1,000 times. The swinging feels fantastic.
Yeah.
That's my shit. As soon
What
as
happened?
I came out of the window when the game starts, and I came out and like it said R2 to swing, and I did that first swing. I was like, oh my god, I feel alive. Where's Peter? Marvel. Where's Peter in Avengers? Huh?
He's dead. Spoilers.
No.
He did. I mean, I've only started so far, but the swinging feels awesome. I mean, it does feel a little slow. Hopefully, later on in the skills tree, I get something better. Like, it makes me go faster. Because just tapping X once or twice does not. I don't feel fast enough, man. I need to go faster.
When you
know what I'm
level up, but besides the skill points, you get like passive boosts, and some levels give you just faster swing speed.
Oh, okay. So you don't. It's just as long as you play more, you'll.
Yeah, it
You'll
gets
end up
pretty
okay.
fast, especially if you use the skills that involve like navigating. It makes you feel alive, Anthony.
All right, good. That's what I want to hear. He's saying the right things, Randall. He's saying all the
There's
things I
been
want to hear.
there's been like 5 times where I just got so into swinging, I just passed what I was trying to do.
Yeah. Oh, that happened to me once or
yeah.
twice. It happened to me where I have to like try to loop back. Like the swing starts, and I'm already about to jump off, and I'm like, no! And I turn the camera, and I'm like, fuck, I'm almost missing it. And I have to hit the I think X button to pull myself, or the L2 and R2 to like post yourself up. I guess we're not gonna spoil most of it, but the story starts with. Go ahead.
The combat doesn't feel as good as it should to me. It feels like that was me clapping.
Okay.
It feels like it came out before the Arkham games because it doesn't feel as like well thought out and polished.
I disagree. It's not that it's not polished. It's just not the insane animations that Arkham has. Like Arkham, he would be mid fucking flip, and you can hit Y, and he'll somehow land and parry something. This would be more polished.
Swinging, even while you're swinging, like as soon as you cock your thing back, you have to just commit to it. Even like Arkham has a lot more animations. I also feel like for most of his moves, whereas it's like very limited. So you see like the same.
Which Arkham are you talking about?
Any of them.
Not any of them. Asylum had like 2 fucking parry animations, which is his hit W and he did the bat bat bat, and then the other one was the fucking leg one.
And when in this game, when you parry something, you flip, and then web them. And there's about 2 different flips.
That's how Spider-Man does, Brian. What do you want? He's not a martial artist. That's what I'm saying. It's accurate to the character. He's just not going to go in there and hit you with CQC Metal Gear Solid style.
When he's hitting you, there's still like the finishers. There's not. There should have been more variation in the animations. Whether he knows kung fu or not, there's other ways you can flip.
Like depending on who you're fighting, right?
Yeah.
Yeah.
They have some character specific stuff like
that's what I'm saying.
the big boys.
The big boys and the shield ones.
Yeah, but it's
and
not
if you do it in the air, and if you're doing it like mid swing,
and you get at most 2 or 3 per thing. For each little variation you're saying right now, you don't get that many.
That's as much or more than Arkham. Like you guys are saying that Arkham has this
I can't really speak on Arkham because it's been ages since I've seen
Arkham
it.
does. And on top of that, in Arkham, you can also attack multiple people at the same time. You forget that in the most recent Arkham, that you can call in your partner like Robin to do assist takedowns.
Yeah, you just said it on the third game. Of
And
course
this
they're gonna
came out
iterate.
after that. That doesn't matter. This is after that.
So what do you want
If
a
you're
bunch
gonna-
of fucking somebody from the other realm from Spider Verse
if you
come
wanna
in? That
be-
doesn't make any sense.
if you
What kind
wanna
of
be
expectation is
technically
that?
honest, though, it's more believable that Spider-Man would be able to do all of that stuff over Batman.
Yeah.
So, Batman being able to do all that stuff, okay, yes, there is some stuff that's unrealistic, like flipping over somebody and then warping to block a hit. Okay, I understand that part. But Spider-Man is extremely agile.
Yeah.
So he should be doing all sorts of crazy stuff. Like, I agree, man. I think they should have, even though I've only played the first level, I think that there should be, like, he should have a lot of different animations.
Okay. Nah, I'm definitely on the
Especially because there was 4 Arkham games beforehand that they could have used as, if they're gonna use the same or similar combat system, and you're doing it after a whole series that kind of like, I wouldn't say innovated, but made it what it like, I guess popularized that kind of combat style, and you're lacking stuff that the most recent one has from that when it came out years later. That doesn't make sense to me.
Lacking what? What is it lacking? The animations?
I literally just spent a lot of time
Lacking
answering your question.
animations.
And how fluid it feels. When you it doesn't make sense to have to commit to everything, even if you're like one frame into a windup.
I'm trying to think here.
I mean, even in God of War, you can cancel attacks. That's how I do combos. Like, I use a block to cancel, and I use the aim.
Mhm.
If you use those 2 moves, you can cancel anything, even if it's a hard hit.
I thought you can cancel with a dodge.
You can also cancel with dodges too, and you can cancel with weapon change.
Hmm.
Yep.
I don't know. The combat's been fine for me. This hasn't been groundbreaking, but every time I get hit because I fucked up and hit a button way too
On top
early
of
or
that,
what's it called.
things that don't make sense as to why they're slow in this game. He takes forever like to disarm somebody with the webs, and if you do that and somebody else is near you, you can't counter out of that. So you just have to take that hit to the back of the dome piece.
Oh, I feel like that's a Spider-Man situation where he will be able to capitalize on it. If he's webbing somebody, especially if he has Spidey sense and someone's about to hit him, he should be able to move out of the way.
Mm-hmm.
Or do some sort of counter.
And it doesn't give
something.
you. I don't think I've done that, and I've been able to get out of there because it shows you the little icon. You hit the button, and it'll stop what he's doing.
Well, you
I've
didn't,
had it-
because if you try to disarm their weapon, you have to sit there until the weapon is out of their hands.
Isn't that like an extra perk that you earn or something?
That's what it sounds like. But for me, it's just, hey, he shot at me. I hit triangle. I shoot one thing at him. He's good to go. And that stops him for a certain amount of seconds, and that gives me enough time to get out of the way.
You know, if you're in the animation of disarming them, you have to sit there for it to be disarmed.
Oh, then stop using that.
That's not a good excuse for.
Oh, I'm
why
not giving an
something should be
excuse. I'm just
fast.
letting you know.
Oh, because you're coming at me like you're trying to apologize for the game. Like, oh, well.
I'm not.
Arkham
I'm letting you
has
know
this
that
stuff.
you're just really bad, and I don't know what's going on.
That's
Dude.
Arkham. That's Arkham that does that stuff. That's a different game. My dongle
I
here
do,
says you're
but
false.
in all realness, I really feel like they just walked up to Rocksteady and it was like, give us the formula now.
They don't
Because
have
it
it.
almost feels exactly like any of the Batman games.
No, the one
Like
that the
fighting
game
system.
the game that has the fighting system is Mad Max, because they're in the same. There's underneath the same
I haven't
umbrella.
played that.
That uses almost the exact same. I'm pretty sure it uses very similar code. Same with Shadow of War, or the Mordor series.
And the Hand of Fate games.
So the Hand of Fate thing has its own thing. Like instead of combat actual code in the back end, that's like Mad Max and the Mordor games. They do the same thing. Middle of a flip or something, you hit the parry. He's like, I got it. That's just nah. Like I got tired of that shit. So when I see this and I'm like, oh, I hit a button, I get punched in the face. I'm like, shit, I shouldn't have punched it there. I should be swinging away. Like by the time I see Spider-Man, he's not sitting there doing CQC. Like he'll come in, he'll just annoy you until you're done. Like he'll hit you with something, come in for like a kick, swing away, swing back. Like that's just
you're
how
saying
I
things that he
figure.
does to avoid getting hit while he's doing something already. So why can't he do that as often as he does it in the comics as in this game?
Well, he can. It's just he doesn't do it through parry. That's what I'm saying. You can jump away and hit X and get the hell out of there.
But if you're already doing something, you have to sit there. For someone as fast as him, is the main point I'm trying to say. He should be able to cancel stuff or just move on to transition into another action faster than he does in the game.
Well, let's hope he gets faster throughout the game. Then, if he can web swing faster, hopefully his combat gets better. It gets faster. I've been fine with the combat so far. Every time I fucked up, it's because every time I died, because I fucked up with some dumb shit. Especially with the freaking Fisk fight in the beginning. I don't know why I died so many times on the first fucking mini boss.
Well, I mean, with the mini boss.
Well, Fisk is a mini boss.
I consider him a boss, but he takes a lot of damage, especially on what is it, spectacular?
I don't know, man. I'm doing friendly because there's no need for that. That's why the trophy list. I'm like, I don't need to worry about putting myself through some garbage. Friendly, and I still died in that first encounter.
You got some of the serious shoulder charges.
Yeah.
Some of the side collectibles or like side missions are actually fun to do, like the black cat stuff that you got to. It's actually fun to do because it's like a Where's Waldo.
Oh yeah, I haven't done that either. That's how what was part of the story, which was her leaving you a little thing.
Your suit yet?
Not yet, because I'm just going through the storyline. And I think to get suits, you have to do other side stuff.
Oh.
Most of them are just leveling up.
Oh, okay, then I might
some
check.
Stuff from the collectibles, but like, you know how you have some like access to the one from Avengers and the new one already because you pre-ordered?
Yeah.
Everything before that is just leveling up, and then even after that, most of it's like, oh, level up. Every other level you get one.
Okay. So in the story, we're not going to spoil too much. I think it's been. Actually, I got to look up. It's been some time since he's been Spider-Man. It seems like because he's been upgrading. Yeah, I don't know how long, but what was I going to say? He's currently working with not Doc Ock, but the guy who's gonna be Doc Ock. What's his name again? Otto.
Octavius.
I guess he's doing it for like research. He's like an intern or something there, like a paid intern, helping him make all the prosthetics, the robotic prosthetics and stuff that he's been working on. Because this is pre all his hands. Pre-Dark Side, I guess. What else?
I'm curious how they're going to show him change, or what's going to be like the motivating factor as to why he changes.
Well, yeah, I think it happened for me, so I'm not going to spoil why.
Oh, really?
I thought you were watching. I thought you were there when you saw it.
You think that's the reason? I think he's still pretty level-headed.
I mean, on the phone. I mean, I can fake an attitude on the phone.
I think it's going to be something more extreme than that.
Yeah.
Alright. Who else have we seen? I guess just he's Mary Jane's still in the picture, but they're not together. I guess I'm just putting the foundation where everybody's going to be.
You think it's a surprise?
What surprise, Randall?
In the cafe.
Oh, okay, yeah. There was definitely a cameo that I was not expecting. You'll see it like early on, I guess. It's a scene with Mary Jane. Mary Jane? Yeah, that's her name. MJ. Yeah.
Yeah.
I used to saying just MJ, so Mary Jane sounds weird. I'm like, is that right? I think that's about it. I don't want to spoil anything else. We're not spoiled, but yeah, they're broken up. He works at
gorgeous.
I was just getting ready to say that. That game looks good. Really good.
It looks really good for an open world game too.
Yeah.
Because most open world games have to sacrifice a bunch of fidelity because, hey, a lot of that stuff is streamed. And especially how fast that Spider-Man swings through the cities trying to stream high-resolution textures and et cetera, et cetera. At the speed he's going, I'm sure it's not an easy feat.
So just stepping aside a little bit and going into the whole programmer side, like your world, what's changed between, I don't know, what's a good example?
Probably the hardware is the biggest issue, the biggest change.
Yeah.
You know, like what I was talking about before, like the room and all these people and stuff like that. Like, what has changed between when it used to be like, I don't know, maybe 4 or 5 people in the room, and that was considered a room being crowded, versus now, where like the room is really crowded. And not only that, then you got a game with high-res textures that are loading like this. I mean, I know it has to do with hardware, but...
Okay, so he's talking about, just for some context here, you work at a shelter? I think it is, or do you help at a shelter?
She doesn't work there. Aunt May works there.
Okay, so Peter goes into the shelter, and then there's a bunch of people there. We got Unseen Truth with the follow. Thank you, appreciate it.
Hey.
Once again, if you're gonna follow live and interact with us while we do it, go to twitch.tv/ADLR. What was I gonna say? Yeah, where the hell was I? That threw me off.
You was talking about the shelter.
Oh, the shelter, yeah. So he was talking about there's a bunch of people in the shelter, so there's a lot of people, like just NPCs running, or not NPCs, because they're not playable at all, but I guess that's what an NPC is. They're just people there. So basically a lot of that, it's easy to do now because they have the memory for it. There's no AI running on those, it's just animations running on loop. And the graphics card can do that. Just, hey, give me this model and animate this, and you don't have to worry about any other interactions, and obviously a collision box, I'm assuming. So you can just run into them and stuff, but that's about it. There's no AI running around.
None of that stuff is expensive.
On the graphics card, maybe. But the CPU is just like, hey, load this up, put them there, and then the GPU is just running and rendering the animation as it goes. Unless, of course, you have like the people you were playing that you walk up to and they have lines. Mm-hmm. The animations stay the same. They were just playing, but the voice came out, so that was something that was added. But you can't talk to everybody. Only choice people. Or certain people. Choice people? The hell?
I just feel like games have come so far, man. Like, 'cause I remember
GoldenEye.
Used to go. Yeah, used to go.
You start off in that fucking shitty start, and then there's like ice walls.
Yeah.
With one little fucking bridge, one tower with one guy on there.
Yeah.
The fucking tower was like yay big.
And I used to like back then. I used to think about games having like a whole bunch of people in it.
Uh-huh.
And then when I played Uncharted, the most recent one, and
you're
like
Legacy.
in Africa, or is it Madagascar? I think it's specifically Madagascar. I know, but don't you go to different locations in Africa?
In Lost Legacy? Or 4?
4.
Oh, you're talking about...
I don't think you just go to Madagascar. I think you go somewhere else in Africa.
I don't remember. But you're talking about the scene where it's Nathan and Sully and they're walking through the market.
Yes.
Yeah, and there's so many...
almost, like, when I first got to that level, I was like... I couldn't believe it, man. And you can talk to people there.
Not all of them, though.
Not all of them, but more than one, more than 2.
That's what I'm saying. That it won't be that expensive because you can also have it so certain people update in a certain amount in your radius.
Yeah.
So you know how some of them are walking around and some of them are just standing still until you get close enough to them, and then they have their own, I guess it triggers whatever AI or behavior that they were told, like, hey, walk here when they get this close or something. Like, there's ways to optimize and save processing power.
Even with the whole interaction where, like, you walk in between people and he goes like this.
Uh-huh.
That stuff is, like, games have come so far. And then looking at Spider-Man, how detailed everything is.
I have no idea what the floor looks like. I have absolutely no idea what the streets look like, besides, like, once or twice. If there's people walking, I have not seen them. It's just me flying.
It's crowded, man.
I'm sure it is.
It's crowded.
I'm just swinging right by them. I don't care. I'm having the time of my life.
That's why, like, what made me bring this question up, because I'm noticing, like, you swinging through the city, and you see you see tons of cars, and you see tons of people walking on the street.
Oh, okay. I just look at the buildings, and I'm like, oh, I'm gonna go see if I can swing between this fucking narrow ass building like a real Spider-Man, and guess what, Randall? I fucking do it. I'm like, whoop, swing right through the goddamn buildings and just fly up in the air. That's when the animations count, and they fucking nailed it.
Yeah.
Every fucking time you jump off of the thing, there's an animation.
Physics involved in that too? In the game engine? With the swinging and all of that?
Yeah, I would assume so.
Faster, yeah. When you if you come off of like a very fast dive and you start swinging, you carry that momentum.
Yeah.
So I mean, you can't put like the same with not being able to put like attach yourself to like things that are below you.
Yeah.
So like you have to have like a building above you or something, or a tree. Like it would be low to the ground if you could swing off a tree, because they need to do some math there. You can't just fucking spider web the clouds and then swing.
And all of that stuff is happening in real time. That's what's blowing my mind. Like,
it's hardware. Once we start getting more and more stronger hardware, you're gonna see even better.
Ridiculous.
Didn't you see RTX, Randall? Real time ray tracing, dude.
The Star Wars example, man.
Yeah,
I thought that was a render.
It was in real time.
But yeah. I thought it was like a software render.
But I mean, that's best case scenario. We're making a movie. That's no user input. If I'm not mistaken, besides stop or rewind animation or whatever, there's no AI running. I mean, there's sound, but I think that's all scripted anyway. Like that's just bare bones that we're making a real time cutscene.
Yeah. There are no cutscenes. Well, in the old tradition, there are no more cutscenes. Now it's just the game looks so good that the actual gameplay is the cutscene.
No, not anymore. There's still games, especially there's still a bunch of games that still pre-render.
Like what?
Shadow.
None of them in God of War.
No, because
God
of War is on a different class. Okay. Spider-Man, I haven't finished it.
Even in the Arkham
so
games, I don't remember.
Yes, Arkham absolutely had fucking pre-rendered. Absolutely, Randall. Let's take it a step back. You guys are not you guys. Randall, you are remembering Arkham a different way.
No, I remember. As soon as I said it, I remember. I was like, yeah, they did. Especially like when
Trying to sneak that game in, dude.
Huh?
You try to sneak that shit in.
I'm gonna say Arkham now, dude. There's still some games that still do pre-render because
Metal Gear doesn't do pre-render.
Yeah, it does. But 5?
When?
5 has the last trailer. When you finish it, it's like, oh, part 2. That's a pre-rendered thing.
I have to see that again. I'm not so sure.
Like once you finish it, it says, oh, part 2, like the end of part 1, and then it shows you like a part 2 trailer, and you never get to do the part 2 trailer because Konami. That's pre-rendered. Battlefield. Now I'm looking at the Battlefield 5. Battlefield still has pre-rendered cutscenes. I don't know if Call of Duty does. There's still a lot of games that still do it. Why? I mean, I'm sure there's a performance issue, like a performance thing or something. What are we talking about? Marvel. Okay. What else can we talk about? I mean, we're gonna have a spoiler cast for this when we're done with this story, but I am nowhere near that yet.
The story is weird. I'm not gonna say like plot points, but once I finished, like I think 2 missions ahead of you, Anthony, it said end of Act 1. So I don't know how long this game actually is, but it felt short.
Well, I mean, it's only
before I got to that.
Well, people are saying it's only 8 to 10 hours. So I mean, if
it's only 8 to 10 hours for the main story.
I think so, if I'm not mistaken, which is fine. I mean, Act 1 and it's 6 hours. That's fine. If there's 3 acts, like a regular movie or whatever, that's fine. That's what, 6 hours per act? That's more than enough. Man, I know you just love to live in the fucking video game for 77 hours, but
that's how games used to be, man.
No, when?
What do you mean when?
Randall, you're the biggest liar.
When are games 70 something? I
didn't say 70, but games back in the day, they used to be long.
That have single players. Okay, hold on. That have the single player story or the main story lasted you a long time. Which game? I'll let you think about that.
Sons of Liberty.
Sons of Liberty did not. How long?
Sons of Liberty was long. Snake Eater was long.
He's saying games back then, but he's just naming Konami games. Most of them were.
I mean, it's still an example. It doesn't.
Right.
It's irrelevant whether or not it's the same company.
Well, most of the games, if we can't just generalize and say one company, most of the games back then were short, but they were challenging. They still had the arcade mentality. Unless it's an RPG.
There's a website called howlongtobeat.com, and you can find out what the average is because people put in their times. The average time for the main story of Snake Eater is 16 hours.
I don't know. Maybe I'm just slow then.
No, it's because you're remembering it. Nostalgia's kicking in. And yes, you spent more like 1,000 hours in that game. The main story is not that long.
Plus, most of that's cutscene.
And the majority of it is
No,
cutscene.
it's not majority.
Well, for Metal Gear Solid 4 it was. Like, there's no way, like, I can't. When you tell me that there was a lot longer, there's no game. There's hardware limitations, Randall.
That's what I'm saying. Most of them were short.
Maybe I was just enjoying the game, and I was taking my time, salvaging as much as I could with the game.
That doesn't change.
Rather than somebody who takes...
change the main story.
Yeah, it doesn't change.
So what?
You said you're doing...
You said it
Two different
lasted long.
arguments.
Yeah, you're just saying that it lasted longer. That makes it seem like the game you have. It takes
Well, I
X
mean,
amount of time.
it obviously is a relative statement. To me, it was long because I took my time,
Got it.
blah, 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 whatever.
Uh-huh.
But if you have somebody who just goes through the game, then it's probably, like you said, it's what, 16 hours?
Yeah.
Then maybe it's only 16 hours. But me, when I play games, especially a game that I really like, a franchise that I really like Metal Gear, God of War, so on and so forth, like, I like to take my time and really, like, enjoy the lore. Like, I'm not trying to beat the game that fast. Like, I'm trying to experience everything that the game has to offer.
Okay.
Which usually results in me maybe taking longer than the average person.
All right, that's fine.
But that's still more than just the main story, though. We're talking specifically main story.
That's what I was. Yeah, exactly. There's no way back in the day, dude. Yeah, for the length, that sounds fine. Like, I don't want to be in there fucking forever.
Oh, yeah, I've seen how you play. Mr. Skip everything if you can.
In this game that gives you the ability to skip puzzles, you don't have to do fucking QTEs, which is a godsend. Except I disabled it, but there was one instance where it's like, oh, hit this button. I'm like, I disabled this. Why am I doing this?
Stuff. Yeah, like in boss fights, you just have to press it, but if it's like extra crime things you're doing or just like exclusively parts where you're not playing it, like the in-between fights, then it skips it.
For me, the boss fight was Fisk and the next guy, and I didn't have to press a single button on those. For me, it was that weird shit when I was on that truck that you told me about, Ryan.
Yeah.
That's the only time I had to press it, and that was because it was in the middle of whatever the hell that was.
Well, that's not quick time. That you actually actively dodge stuff.
It was just weird. I was like, "What are you doing?" So yeah.
So you don't like when Uncharted does it?
Does what?
Does quick time ish events?
Yeah, I don't like quick time events at all.
There's only one good one.
Which one?
That was the MGS4 one when you go into the heated room.
No, that's still that. No, I don't like that either.
That's not really a cutscene though.
That was still QTE. That was
That's
just
still quick time, Randall.
That's still QTE, and I did not like that. That was just me almost breaking my fucking controller because he wants to be in the goddamn microwave. No, that's stupid. Get rid of QTEs. That's just not. It doesn't immerse me in it. Just spamming a fucking button.
Never mind.
Is that what it feels like to crawl?
You're
spamming a button.
Be in the moment.
Then put me a full.
That's not being in the moment if you're watching it.
No, then
that means you're an observer.
That's how do you play video games?
That's the dumbest thing I've ever heard in my life.
How you figure that?
Immersion is subjective. You don't decide how someone's immersed. Someone can watch and still be in the moment. Like
Exactly.
a quiet place, you were next to him, you weren't pressing a button, but you're quiet the whole movie, weren't you?
I mean, that's a movie. From the beginning, you had no control. You're an observer.
Okay, but you were observing him
watching.
The story is what immerses you into it. If you're playing a game from the get-go, it's all about control. Am I not right?
That's subjective again.
Okay,
Subjective
and the
again.
control, square. Let's say square's punch, right?
Okay, I'm listening.
And you're hitting square and you're punching, right?
Yeah.
But on this cutscene, square is crawling as slow as fucking possible until you spam that shit and you get to it. That's retarded, dude.
So what if
Excuse
it
my
was
language.
What if it was just to hold it forward then?
No, why? It's a cutscene that I'm not doing anything, just
Because
watching
you're
him crawl.
controlling him.
Then put a full body suit on me and VR and let me fucking actually crawl then, dude.
Man.
Get the hell out of here with like, oh my god.
Okay. I just don't understand the logic behind it. Like, you've been controlling this guy the whole game. And then because the camera angle is different and you're asked to control him, you don't like it.
That's not at all what's happening.
You're not
You losing
controlling,
control.
You're just pressing one button.
You're pressing a button to.
Yeah, they're still directing you. You're just pressing it when they say, "Hey, monkey, press square. Good job." That's all you're doing.
Randall, I need you to next time you watch a video, spam spacebar. That's what you're doing. You're just literally saying pause, play, pause, play until we finish that fucking cutscene. That's what QuickTime events are. It doesn't add anything. It just gets in my goddamn way. Because if I fuck up for whatever reason, dead, gotta do that same shit over again. Spam. That's the fucking button. Or, oh shit, drag this thing over here, hit a button. No, dude. If I'm gonna parry, put it in the game. Don't. It's just, ugh.
So if the camera angle changed, right, but all the controls were the same, would you have a problem with it? So you know how the part where you're fighting Kingpin and you're falling and you have to do that part. If the controls were exactly the same as they were when you're playing the game, even though the camera angle is more dramatic, would you have had a problem with that when it's telling you have to punch him?
It's still QTE. It's still it's.
I know it is different.
It's not. That's not the moment to moment gameplay. Like,
but I'm
that's
just,
not
I'm
the
just
combat.
asking you if it was different in that manner. Would you be okay with it?
And the only time I would be okay with it is if it's stuff I can do to the other people, like the lackeys, like those combos I can do to the lackeys. If I can do that to him, and it has like a different animation because he's heavier or whatever, then that's different because it's still part of the game. You can still do. You can do that to everybody else. What happened to Fisk? I can't do it to anybody else. It's just that specific moment, so just play that moment now.
All right, one last example. What if you remember that part when Kratos was fighting Boulder and he was on top of his roof and you had to hit the punch button or the attack button to keep punching him, and he ends it with like "Leave my home" and he goes through that part where you're punching him like 50,000 times. How do you feel about that?
That just makes me laugh because he's punching so fast. Because I'm just hitting the button as fast as possible. QTE is that.
So did that part bother you or did?
Yeah, I don't like QTE, Randall.
So you didn't like that part?
No, because it's not. I can't do that with anybody else. It's just that one issue, one thing. Then let it play out. Show me that long, just like the same way. That's why I actually liked the only positive part about Metal Gear Solid 4. When it's a cutscene, you get to sit back and enjoy the cutscene. You know what I'm saying? Everyone's like, man, these cutscenes are so long. You know how they fixed it? We'll add QTEs in between cutscenes. So, I mean, hey, you're not watching anything. You're still part of the game. No. Give me the long QTE. I'm sorry, wrong. Give me the long cutscene. Oh, my God. QTE got me. It always gets me fucking...
I've never known anyone who hated it as much as you do.
I cannot with it. And what sucks is I'm going to play the Shadow of Tomb Raider, and I know for a fact they're going to have it. They've had it every single game.
Option to skip it.
I hope they have an option to skip it. Square, if you're listening, make it an option. Skip QTEs. I don't got time for that. And then the puzzle. I skipped the puzzles. The puzzle, I think
okay.
So
now,
far,
this is crazy. Like, why would you?
That
skip
one's
the
dumb to
puzzles?
me. That's dumb.
okay, that's fine. Now you guys can think whatever the hell you want. I don't give a fuck.
But that's part of the game.
To a point, Randall. All right. When do you hack like that?
I don't know. I've never hacked. Period. But that's the whole point. I'm getting to be Spider-Man. I ain't Spider-Man.
Nobody hacks like that, Randall. With a fucking GUI that's spinning shit. Like I saw that.
He's not trying to write code, man. He's doing some other stuff, some other science stuff.
That's why I'm like, nah, fam. Like,
you can just not do it then. If you don't want to contribute in any way, then don't do it.
What does that have? What do you mean not contribute?
You're complaining about puzzles. You don't have to do it. That's a side thing. Just don't do it.
What is he talking about?
He's saying the puzzles in the game has nothing to do with. He's saying it has nothing to do with the main story, so you can skip over it. And
I know that, but I have to do it anyway later to get the trophies.
You don't have to. You choose to. So if you're gonna choose to do it, why do you bitch about it? You're putting yourself through it.
I'm sorry. What? Don't you said you need to get the trophy, right?
Yeah, and you're choosing to get the trophy.
And I can skip it.
Exactly. If you're choosing to do something, then it's your fault. You should have to sit through it. At least that's my opinion.
Okay, well,
like,
you can
part of the game, but you can skip it
somewhere. I guess I don't know. Like, I'm skipping it, so that's like, what does it have to do with anything you just said?
I'm just saying the exact argument for the other side. That you skip it when it's just something you can skip altogether, but you rather watch the game do it for you.
I don't watch him do anything for me. It just goes up, skip, and the thing goes away. Nothing. I don't see how to fix it or how to beat that part. I just said, "Oh, you decided to skip it. All right, boom," and throws it out of the way.
I'm
and then move
surprised
on.
they put that in there.
I
I guess they must have received complaints. Maybe, I don't know.
No, they're just doing it right, man. There's some
Why
people
not
just
just
don't
watch
do
the games and react to it then, Anthony? If you want to play as little as possible.
it. Because I don't know if you know, but hitting R1 to skip is not as good or watching on video when you're swinging or when you're punching or when the story's coming on. That's the only one I can actually watch on video. But fucking swinging? No, I can play $60 and all I can do is fucking swing around the
You pay
thing.
$60
No problem,
for a
dude.
game to swing through a city.
Man, did you feel how that felt to swing?
I'm not saying it ain't cool. It's cool, but I don't know about for those $60.
It feels almost as good as the Incredible Hulk when he fucking hold A to jump and he just launches the fuck up.
I didn't play that.
That's an ability, Anthony, in this game.
Oh my
For skill
god,
point.
that's almost as good as that. Like the Hulk in the game, that's all I
What
did.
game are you talking?
It was on
Ultimate
Xbox.
Destruction.
Oh my god,
Hulk
dude, man, you need to play that
How
game.
old is that?
Very old, but it was the
The
shit.
Is that the
Xbox.
one where you could like take the cards and break them and wear them as gloves?
Yep,
Oh
Yeah.
that's all I could do. Randall, I didn't give a shit about that story, but I would jump and do that what you just said and just beat a bunch of people up.
I bought that game twice.
Why?
When
I
you
lost my
feel,
copy.
yeah, what? Okay, but I'm telling you, dude, that's the moment gameplay feels too good. I don't give a shit about the fucking like that deters me. Deters me? Is that the right word?
What are you
Deters?
saying?
Yeah.
Deters me
You got it.
from like the main course, and the main course is the swinging and the fucking fighting. I don't have a huge issue with the fighting that Brian had, but I've been okay with the combat, and I can just swing around and just keep fighting bad guys like I'm Spider-Man, dude. No
Seems
issues.
Like the main course for you is just the trophies. If you're willing to just have that play it for you, just to get a
Hey,
trophy.
I'm not gonna say it on here, but you know what I call Anthony.
How does that have to do with where is your logic in that?
No, it's just you're an idiot. If you play these games just so you can have content, which is the part that you can just watch, and then everything else that's not pertaining to that, besides swinging, you want it done for you. So your main course is the trophy, since you're doing that extra stuff just to get trophies, and so you
I
got the
just
platinum.
said the main course is swinging and fighting and
And I know
playing
what you
the
said.
spider. Then what does it
And
have
I
to
know
do
what
with
you said.
anything?
Because I'm saying what the actual main course is.
And then
So
Javi's
you
the
say
same
it's
thing.
the
If you only
swinging.
care about the story, why do you care so much about the trophies? The trophies is side stuff. After I finish the main story, I'll go ahead and do the trophies. And I still do the collectibles for the trophies. Which then again is me swinging around, doing the thing I like to do.
You like getting trophies. That's your main course.
Is he on the fucking broken record?
It's because you're on a broken record. You're not seeing that you're doing all this stuff just for trophies.
Yes, Brian, I bought
Are you doing
Spider-Man.
this for trophies, Anthony?
Yeah, I bought Spider-Man just for the trophies. I don't give a fuck about the game itself, the gameplay. I hate the swinging. The comeback is fucking atrocious. The story is god-awful. And, Brian for president.
What do
Get
you-
the fuck
All right,
outta here,
Randall,
man.
All right, listen to this trash podcaster. He's saying he's doing all of this, but he goes out of his way to get trophies. But he swings, where's he go? Directly to the main story to get the trophy for everything.
Who's going
just
out of
swing-
his way to get the trophies?
You.
I am beelining the story! Are you deaf?
Didn't you go to the side stuff when you're in Otto's lab to do the side stuff and make it do it for you for the trophy?
That was part of the main mission. You see
You have
when,
to
when
do all of it.
he says go in there and do the upgrades. And that's how he got one of the gadgets. And then I walked out.
You didn't
So
have to
that's-
do all of it. You went to one and let it do it for you.
Because that was part of it. You had to hack and it's like, oh, R1 and you just moved it on. Because it was part of the mission. They would go there and do something with the and calibrate the hand.
There's a hand, and then there's one next to it that you did. That wasn't the hacking. It was the line up the lines. You didn't have to do that. You're
And I
let me
skipped
do
it.
that now. I don't think you did. No.
So what? He got me one time. The one time I did that was in the same room. That's still on the way out.
I mean,
Just
if
like-
you want to
just
make
like the-
excuses, yeah, sure.
All right. Let's move on. He has no idea what he's talking about.
This guy gets so triggered when he's wrong, though.
I guess. Speaking of triggered,
Guacamole.
Guacamole 2.
Was it good?
It's pretty much the same game so far, and that's not a bad thing.
I remember it being funny. Or funny looking.
I mean, it's funny looking. The dialogue it was like whatever. I can take it or leave it.
So how do 4 people play on the screen at one time?
The same way we were doing it in the first game, Randall.
I didn't know the first game was 4 players.
You played with us.
No, he didn't. It was Janiana that played with us.
During the hurricane? Was it? No, not the hurricane.
No, that
He
wasn't
wasn't.
me.
No,
I could have sworn he joined in
Justin
after.
was there. It was Justin and
I did
Janiana
play
played
it.
with us at a certain point.
But I think that was after y'all beat it.
Because he wasn't here for the hurricane.
But he played. I thought he played with all of us.
No, it was you and me and Justin during the hurricane.
No, the
And
hurricane
after
stuff I
that
know.
was
That's
you-
not.
And then it was you and me and Janiana. That's it.
Oh. Yeah. Anyway, all right. Well, it's so we haven't
How
beat
far
it
are
yet.
y'all?
Only like an hour and a half in.
Pacing wise, it feels way faster than the first one. Like you're getting everything like in the same goddamn level.
That,
Which I
that
guess
to
makes
me, that only
sense.
tells me that you're only gonna get everything from the first game back right away, and then maybe they're gonna start sprinkling in new stuff later. Or unless this game's really short. Actually, you know what? Hold
Look,
on.
We got one new power. I think we have 4 things, or 3 or 4 things, and one of them was new, but the rest of it was like almost like the other room was a new power or was a recurring power.
This is 8 hours average for the main story, so we're only an eighth of the way there, if we're doing it correctly. So 8 to 10 hours, I guess.
Wait, go
For the
back.
story.
Oh, you closed it already. No.
For Christmas' sake, Randall.
There was a third section that said completionist.
I mean,
don't
that
know.
means everything, probably.
Because it had
It's
one that said
100%ing the whole game. They usually have a just main game. They have main game plus sides, like some of the side stuff, and then completionist usually means like the collectibles as well, like 100%ing the game.
And that's 13 hours, so... And that makes sense, because after I beat the first Guacamelee, getting the collectibles and stuff wasn't difficult.
We just have to find them.
Yeah.
so you could speed run through it in 6 hours.
Yeah, so far the only registered speedrun on this website is 6 hours. And that's only one person, so we don't know if they're lying or not, but... You'd probably have to go to a different website to see what the speedruns are.
We don't even know if it like scales depending on how many people are playing, because we got through a lot of the game because there's 3 people at once.
I don't think it
Things
does.
are because things were happening so fast that most of the time I didn't know where I was. I would die and I didn't know where my character was.
So that's a pro and a con. The game looks better now because the 2D the 2D art are more vibrant and they have better like self shadows and stuff like that. It just looks better. But so do the characters you play. They're also bright. So like, there's a lot of mashing.
It's like playing League.
I don't know. No, League doesn't
It's
have
not that much stuff.
more like Battleborn. Like where there's just a lot of bright
What?
colors and you don't know
Okay.
what is happening. Because it's like like there's an explosion of things happening and then it closes or what's it called? Meshes? Is it mashing? Meshes? Whatever.
Either one, I don't know.
What was that? Oh, that was Dead Cells.
Yeah, no, Dead Cells is not vibrant in comparison, at least. Dead Cells usually has like 3 colors at most on the screen. This one is like, you know, like how when things use the Day of the Dead theme, and there's like a bunch of vibrant pinks and yellows and greens.
Yeah.
That's like most of this game. And like your character colors are within those. So I think like first players were blue, second player's red, then it's green, and I'm assuming the last one's yellow, so you kind of blend in.
But yeah, it's... Gabby came in minutes later. I've only gotten to see 3 seconds at a time, but even I know Anthony got it for the trophies.
What'd she say?
Randall.
I like you would speed running the sentence. I heard something trophies.
She came in saying, quote, I've only gotten to see 3 seconds at a time, but even I know Anthony got it for trophies, end quote.
Oh.
I said it like right to you, Randall. How do you say what did she say?
Because you talk fast, man. You like trophies.
Oh, spot on, dude.
I got all of it. Maybe we need to give you another
Here
award
we
in
go,
Hidden
here we go.
Agenda
Here
for
you
the
go.
slowest reaction time. Maybe second award for that.
Whatever.
2 years running.
My reaction time is not slow.
Okay, Randall.
I don't know. Hidden Agenda is life, dude.
I uninstalled those apps. Besides
That's you, right?
Yeah,
Okay,
that's
good.
you. I've installed Hidden Agenda. That was more than one. Yeah, so far so good for Guacamelee. I'm only playing an hour and a half, but it feels just like the other one did. Very responsive. The combat's great.
Yeah.
Yeah,
Puzzles are
I guess
fun.
we'll. Yeah, the puzzles are. They had puzzles. What puzzles did they have?
Well, like the platforming puzzles, like to get.
Oh, the
to,
platform. Yeah,
Yeah.
those are really good. The platforming is good. And yeah, it's just fun. So I mean,
Yeah.
I don't know why this one didn't have like a huge, like media outing. Like this, they came out and no one was like really talking about it. But I mean, if you like the first one, fucking play it. Just buy it because it's more of the same goodness. Yeah. Let me go. Next thing, Battlefield 5 real quick. I played literally one match. I downloaded it on the Xbox One and played one entire match. You like Battlefield, you like this. It felt a little faster. There is some weird stuff with like ammo restriction because I find myself running out of ammo a lot. Like I only have like 1 or 2 mags full. But I mean, you can pick up other people's ammunition. Like if you run up, you see him like an animation of him picking up ammo, like a little pouch. It looks like the pouch from God of War that he gets from the
Oh, yeah.
from the chest. It looks similar to that, but it's not that. The gunplay feels great. Like I said, faster, more responsive. What else? Visually looks stunning so far. Even it's in beta, but it still looks good. The sound still sounds fantastic. Like it sounds like you're in a fucking war. The bullets whizzing by you when someone's shooting from far away is just always keeps you on high. It always raises the fucking hair on your skin. You're like, shit. That would have been my head right there. You know what I'm saying?
That part
It
when
looked
you got,
faster paced. I don't know if you already said that.
Yeah, I did, but yeah, it's definitely it feels faster. But I don't know if that's a good or bad thing. I personally like it because I enjoy playing Call of Duty, and Call of Duty's faster pace. So having Battlefield's scale with that kind of speed, I think would end up good. I mean, that's just.
It looked weird because like the game feels faster, but I don't know if it's just the mode because you only did that one, the tickets mode. But it felt like you had to like put your whole afternoon to the side to finish one match.
That's because the server had a high ticket count. I'm sure they'll have servers with lower ticket counts. If not, I mean, you can always leave. Like with Battlefield, you don't have to finish the match to save like the progress. Like if you leveled up something, you can always leave. You don't have to finish the match if I'm not mistaken. So you can just hop into a match that's already in the middle of it, kill a bunch of people for like 10 minutes and be like, oh, I'm good, and just back out. I mean, your teammates won't like you, but who gives a shit about your teammates, right? And then lastly, I played Dandara, I think it's called. A Metroidvania where you navigate the world by jumping off of things. I'll show you for the video listener or video watchers. You'll get a video to see how it looks because I guess I just play this.
oh, this is a Switch game?
No, it's a PC one, but it's out on Switch too. Bop, 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 bop. It looks like you're just teleporting everywhere, and it's very satisfying. The navigating is very satisfying because you're just jumping and you feel like you're teleporting everywhere. For me, it's difficult to do that and the combat because the combat you shoot at shit, but doing the zipping around and then trying to aim while they're moving, like you can only move in a very linear fashion from wall to wall, but they can the enemies can circle around you or go directly to you, and it's just I don't know. I haven't gotten the hang of the combat.
What the heck?
Yeah, dude, it's really crazy.
You can't
levels-
walk at all.
No, you cannot walk at all.
The fuck?
Yeah, it's very weird. Once you get the hang of the movement, it feels very satisfying. The combat, I just need to get used to it.
Can you only teleport to those white spots?
Yeah. So you can only
What
teleport
the
to the white areas. So you'll have a lot of like not a lot of puzzles, but you'll have places where you're like, oh, I can't get here yet until I do something else with the environment.
I feel like this game would make me angry.
I've had moments where I'm like, what the hell am I doing wrong here? But it's just finding out where to go. My one gripe with it, with like the navigation, is like, yeah, it's fun to do like the jumping between walls, but most of the areas are so small that you'll get through it. You'll get to the next door, which that'll take you to the next area. So you'll be zipping along like this, and then for like a second or two, and then you go to a door that she'll animate, go through, and it'll load up the next area. Mm-hmm. And it's like a bunch of that. So I mean, yeah, this feels good, but after a while, it's just like, oh, you do like a couple jumps, and then you're back to.
Do you control the level rotating, or just randomly does that?
It rotates on its own. So it's a good thing you get the map early, because I started losing track of like, well, okay, where the fuck do I need to go? Where does what? But after going through the same rooms over and over again, because you do have to like backtrack. This is a Metroidvania. You'll be like, okay, I know the exit's this way, and I know these people spawn here. I don't know, I'm definitely gonna keep playing and see how that, if it gets any more like complex. Because right now, the last thing I left off of, I got an upgrade to break down some like specific type of walls. But yeah, so far I'm digging it.
I like the art.
The art's pretty cool. Yeah, like the pixel. I don't know if that's 16-bit or I don't know what that is, but the pixelated one, it looks good. I played it because of the Xbox Game Pass, so I'm like, okay, I'm just gonna give it a shot. It's part of the pass, so I don't have to pay anything extra. Wow, Randall, that was very scary.
What?
Your little fucking eye thing you were doing.
Oh.
For then people
Keep those eyes open.
Yeah, for the audio listeners, I mean, he had his eyes wide open right at the camera. There's a fucking fly in here.
I was in the bathroom earlier today, right?
Mm-hmm.
And I slept like 2.5 hours today. And I went to the bathroom and I just saw a fly and I caught it while it was flying with my hand.
Nice.
So you killed it?
Yeah.
What kind of person are you?
The person understands.
Somebody that wasn't invited.
Exactly. Do you see me rolling around in the grass, Randall?
What are you talking about?
That's their world, all right? Outside is their world. In this house,
everywhere is their world.
No, it's not. It used to be, and then we came, all right?
Oh. Okay.
And they didn't fight back. So guess what? Now they're outside.
They didn't fight back.
Yeah.
Okay.
They just bent over and took
grizzly
it.
bear in Randall's room and tell him and see what he does with it.
That's different.
What?
That is a wild animal.
Oh, so now there's a wild
insects.
In the wilderness.
Or insects.
Sorry,
but they can fly.
I just tried to
So
kill the
they
fly.
Okay, I'm gonna put a parachute on a grizzly bear.
Everywhere.
I'm gonna put a grizzly bear on with a parachute, and I'm gonna send it through your room. And then when it gets there, I want to see what the fuck you say to me.
Mm-hmm. Bunch of crazy people. Dude. Oh, I was about to skip over. I guess very quick as well. Better Call Saul season 1. If I finished it, fucking watch this show. That's my review. Just fucking watch it. Yeah. When I first started watching it, I thought I was kind of worried it was gonna lean in on like, oh hey look, this guy was from Breaking Bad. Oh, this guy was from Breaking Bad, and I was scared it was just gonna be doing that.
So there's been no one from Breaking Bad?
I mean, the people from Breaking Bad you'll find out that are in it are like the first 2 episodes. After that, it's just giving them backstory, conflicts they need to get to, or like conflicts that he went through. It's fantastic. Bob Odenkirk is phenomenal in it. He actually, because before I always saw him as the funny guy and stuff, but he actually has like dramatic scenes with emotional responses. It's really good. Mike as well had this basically mirror that same behavior. Like everybody's just great so far in this first season. Yeah, Mike becomes more of your guy in this show.
You don't know me.
Okay. And I can tell you what the title of the episode is going to be when he becomes your guy. I think it's called 5-0. This is the episode. You watch him be like, that's my guy.
I want to finish this season of The Americans first, and then I'll watch a season of that.
Okay. Having in the chat says that show just shows how people met that know each other in Breaking Bad and how everything was set up for Breaking Bad. Okay. And that's fine, because they're doing a fantastic job telling me that story. I don't know how much you've seen, Javi, but I would.
Man, how he seem like he be over it, all over everything.
He's not.
He's not?
Calling him a whore?
What?
Because you respect Javier, right?
Oh my God! No, I'm saying that he's well informed about a lot of things: movies, TV shows, and games.
Javi saw the most recent episode today, which makes sense. I mean, that means he's seen all of this already.
Speaking of today, I saw when I was waiting to go to the gym, I saw the pilot for season 2 of Iron Fist.
Okay, so I heard.
Pilot's only first season, Brian. Like first episode, first season is a pilot.
Oh, I'm stupid. The first episode of season 2.
I heard that the second season is better than the first season.
That's not saying much.
What?
Yeah.
The first season was garbage.
That's what I'm saying.
Exactly.
That means if it moves this much better, that means that statement's true.
That's like if I said that, like, Javi, who's played Dragon Ball FighterZ once, is way better than Anthony. Is that really saying anything?
I'm
Versus
trash at that
Squirrel,
game.
though.
Man.
Yeah.
Okay, so the first episode that you watched, what did you think?
I don't care. That was my.
You saw the
my
first episode.
thought.
You just did nothing gripped you.
I didn't give one fuck about that
Okay.
episode. Like, you know how when you see returning characters, like, oh shit, it's Tim McGraw. Everybody that's
a
returning
singer?
minus... Yeah, I know.
Okay, when I
the
see
only
Tim
person-
McGraw.
Yeah, the only person that I was like, oh, was Colleen, just because I'd take her out and then say I enjoyed our time, and then I'd high five her and drive off.
Okay.
But everybody else, like when it shows Danny for the first like scene, and he's wearing like something yellow covering his mouth, I'm like, get hit by the vehicle or just get out, because I really don't care. But to his defense, he did not bitch once this episode.
Okay. Good. So they're making changes. Maybe they have
like,
something in them. You gonna keep watching the season or no?
Yeah, I'm gonna finish that. I committed that. If I watch the first episode, I'll probably finish it.
Okay. It might be
think
one of
the
those.
biggest
Hey, wait
issue-
for this episode, and it'll probably hook you or something.
Yeah, because the biggest issue is that Danny was a bitch, and nobody in the supporting cast meant anything. Like, I look at them like, who hired you? Like, I want to see their hiring process and be like, oh, that's why they got this role. But yeah, that, if they make me care about the supporting cast more and they show that Danny's not a little girl.
What about the girl that used to be with the hand? The one that was
Oh my God.
that has the dojo.
Colleen?
That's her name? Because I don't
Yeah.
remember. I haven't watched it in a while.
I
You
mean,
didn't like her?
that's the one character I said the whole scenario about me taking her to dinner and high-fiving.
Oh, I thought you.
Andrew, you're slipping right now, bro.
I thought you was being sarcastic.
You are slipping, man.
No. Her arc is different, at least from the starting point of this season, than it was last season. So I don't know. But yeah, after that first episode, I wasn't excited to watch another one. I was like, this sucks so much that I'm just done. I felt literally nothing. This episode ended. I locked my phone and I got up and I went to the gym, and that's all that happened. There's less episodes apparently. It's only 10.
That's good. I'm okay with less episodes. After Castlevania, the less the better, dude. Just fucking give me the plot points, dude. You know what I'm
That's the
saying?
issue with most of these Marvel shows. It's like the season can end in 9, but there's 13 where they just milk it.
That's all you guys consumed?
Yeah.
Randall?
I don't think I didn't watch anything. I was gonna watch
Uh-huh.
I don't
You
know.
drooled.
What was it?
No, I
No,
just
he
drooled
just
on
said-
myself and said you drooled on yourself.
I was gonna watch something. I can't remember what it was.
It's probably Busted Baby 3.
This dude is gone.
Busted Baby 3, dude. How were the first two games, dude?
Yeah,
You
ask
busting
him.
it?
You should be asking Brian. He even know they exist.
Uh-huh.
I don't even know that's the thing. I just like saying that because it's funny to me.
Alright. Alright, if we got nothing else, I'm going to go into releases. It's actually lasted a little longer than I thought it was.
You're welcome.
No, I'm not going to thank you.
Anytime.
Alright.
Does that say nefarious?
It sure does, Randall. September 10th, new games released this week. I don't know why I said September 10th, that's weird. The week of September 10th, that's what it is. Destiny Legion.
That looks very skullgirlish.
You don't say that. What is it? Show me. Which one?
Hold on, we'll get to it, Brian. We'll get to it.
I said that.
I mean, the art style, sort of looks like it. We'll get to it. Destiny Legion Tale on Nintendo Switch. NBA 2K19 on what the hell did I just say? NBA 2K19. Yeah. NBA 2K19 on Nintendo Switch and PS4. Door Kickers on Steam. What is that? Door Kickers Action Squad on Steam.
I bet you that's the female version of Broforce.
No, Door Kickers is not that. Door Kickers is something else. It's like a SWAT kind of thing. I don't know what the Action Squad means, but Boundless for PS4. Nefarious for PS4.
My man couldn't wait.
I guess you can tell us what it is then. Nefarious for PS4 and Nintendo Switch. V-Rally 4 for PlayStation 4. Construction Simulator 2 Console Edition for PS4. Fossil Hunters for PS4. Stay for PS4, PlayStation Vita. Is that what that is? And Nintendo Switch. Senran Kagura Reflections for Nintendo Switch. Defunct for Nintendo Switch. Bastion for Nintendo Switch. Okay, the next fucking 7 are Nintendo Switch. The Warlock of Firetop Mountain Goblin Scourge Edition. Super Dungeon Tactics. Old School Musical. Doling's Arcade. Danger Mouse, The Danger Games. Wasteland 2 Director's Cut. And the Spectrum Retreat, all for Nintendo Switch. Then we have the Warrior Lock for PC. Shadow of the Mother and Tomb Raider out for PC, Xbox One, and PS4. That's not the title. The title is Shadow of the Tomb Raider. So don't worry, parents. Nintendo Labo Vehicle Kit for Nintendo Switch. Black Clover Quartet Knights for PS4. I'm sorry. Neon Wall for PS4, NHL 19 for PS4, Trickster VR Dungeon Crawler for PS4, and Tavern Guardians Banquet for PC.
I don't give a shit about any of these games.
Yeah, dude. Beside,
I looked.
Javi in the chat says,
"What was it?
Trash."
Oh, okay. New movies releasing this week. The Predator.
Heard it was garbage.
Hey, then that sounds like a fucking
That's
way
what
to
your
rent.
boy said, Jeremy Jones.
There's a new Predator movie?
Yeah, man, it comes out this Friday. It's supposed to be like the Predator. The Predator's helping the humans fight a bigger predator or something?
No, the other predator is still hunting humans, but there's a predator that's hunting the predator.
That's what I'm saying. So that they're helping each other, right?
No.
Oh, so the predator's hunting the big predator.
One predator, the regular predator, is still hunting humans. The bigger predator is hunting the other predator.
But not the humans.
They're just casualties.
Who's hunting the bigger one?
I am.
Okay. Right.
The Meg?
He said I am.
I doubt it.
A Simple Favor. What movie is this? It's with Blake Lively and
that's
Anna Kendrick.
That's the one. Oh, never mind. I thought it was another movie.
Unbroken Path to Redemption. White Boy Rick. That looks like something I gotta watch.
What is
White Boy Rick? White Boy Rick looks pretty cool. It's about a story about the youngest drug dealer or gun runner and stuff. I don't know if he's a mobster or not. Probably not. Oh, here's the synopsis, I guess. White Boy Rick is based on the true story of a blue-collar father and his teenage son, Rick Wersch Jr., who became an undercover police informant and later a drug dealer before he was abandoned by his handlers and sentenced to life in prison. It's cool. Matthew McConaughey's in it. The kid's played by Richie Merritt. Richie Merritt? Mm-hmm. The guy from Atlanta's in it. Paperboy.
Darius? Oh.
No. The one. What's his name in the show?
Hold on.
Okay, well, we're doing that. American Chaos
Al.
opens this. Al, yeah, that's what it is. Opens Friday. Antonio Lopez, 1970 Sex Fashion. I'm sure none of these are all wide releases. Some of these might be limited releases because I don't think I've heard of a lot of these. Armed comes out Friday. Bel Canto, The Children Act, and that's about it. Then the next week is other stuff.
He's out there.
I don't see anything else that's coming out soon. He's out there. What's wrong with that? Oh, opens Friday. Yeah, he's out there. Opens Friday. I don't know what it is. I'm gonna click on it. The synopsis: on vacation on a remote lake house, a mother and her 2 young daughters must fight for survival after falling into a terrifying and bizarre nightmare conceived by a psychopath.
Oh, Lord.
It's a slasher.
This is why you don't go out in the middle of the woods.
That's right. Lizzie opens Friday. MDMA, Patient Zero, The Riot Act, and A Wizard's Tale. Excuse me.
What's the name of that one movie with Lindsay Lohan where she had a buggy?
Derby?
Oh, Bumblebee.
What?
No, that's
No,
not
what
it.
are you talking about?
Alright.
That's Haley
No,
Steinfeld.
because there's this girl. I can't remember what her name is, but she's in the Bumblebee movie.
I think it's Derby. Hold on. No, maybe not. Lindsay Lohan. Derby movie, Lindsay Lohan. It's fully loaded. It's Herbie.
Herbie.
Okay.
I thought it was
Talking
Derby
car
for some
or
reason.
A live car or whatever.
Yeah. As for music, Black or Six Lack is
Yes.
releasing an album.
I need to hear that.
Good Charlotte, I think, is a popular band. I don't know. They got nothing on it. Tony Bennett and Diana Krall.
Aphex Twin's putting out an EP, apparently.
Willie Nelson dropping a new album. Oh, Frank Sinatra
Cheers.
covers. That's what he's released. That's what Willie Nelson's releasing.
Tori
Yeah.
Kelly sounds familiar. What is that?
Oh, Apex Twin. Is that what you said, Ryan?
Aphex Twin.
Oh, Aphex, sorry. Collapse is the EP.
There's a
What?
band called Gorilla Toss.
Gorilla Toss. Yeah, but that's about it. Alright, guys. Time for you guys to pimp your shit. Brian, you got anything? Motherfucker.
I'm not streaming tomorrow because I'm going to be watching a webinar.
Oh, snap.
And then,
He get with the big boy stuff.
I've been
Webinars?
watching webinars for a while.
That's not big boy stuff, dude.
Yeah, it's not
If it's
at
for
all.
business, it is. Isn't that what it's for?
This one's for compression techniques in music.
That's still big boy stuff.
Okay, Randall, whatever, man. You just
Anything related to your career that you take time to invest and making yourself better is big boy stuff.
Okay.
That's what helps you draw the line between you and everybody else.
Okay.
Hey, you want to look at this and tell me if this looks like trash that I'm putting on my Instagram on Thursday?
Oh,
You want to put it on straight on the podcast?
I don't care. It's up to you. I get emotional.
All right. Where's the oh, hold on. I guess we'll leave with this.
there's nothing there.
Can you relax? Oh, it's music.
Yes.
All right, so we'll end the stream with it, or the podcast with the song with the what's it called? Anything you got to pimp, Randall?
No, I don't. Not really.
No.
No.
All right then. Well, this has been the ADLR Podcast, episode 14. If you want to support the podcast, go to patreon.com/ADLR Plays. Now you want to interact with us live as we record it, go to twitch.tv/ADLR. And if you cannot, for some reason, do any of those things, shoot them up. No, don't actually shoot up anything.
Oh, shit, he's dual wielding on you.
Damn, I lost my train of thought. Go to youtube.com/ADLR Plays to see all the videos there for free later on. And I guess we'll end up with Brian's music real quick.
Daydreaming and I'm thinking of you.
gyrating behind you.
That's how he dances.
You know, like the fucking. Is the music playing? I haven't muted.
Trust your heart, share all of your love. And when it's lonesome and feeling love starved, I'll be there to feed it. I'm loving him a little bit for each day. Turns me right on when I hear him say, daydreaming and I'm thinking of you. Daydreaming and I'm thinking of you. Daydreaming and I'm thinking of you. Daydreaming and I'm thinking of you.
Nice.
Question. How come all your stuff is short?
Like I said again, you can only have a minute on Instagram for a video.
But I mean, you don't do like full versions, even though you can only post a little bit on Instagram.
No.
You never thought about like putting a full version on YouTube?
Well, then I'd get copyrighted.
All right. Well, that was it for the episode. See you guys next week. Same time, same place. Bye.